Good morning, guys. I wish you happy for Lakshmi Ratham for everyone. I think some puja is going on in your home.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And in the last session, we discussed about our first mini project requirement, guys. I have given FDD document also, and I told you what is my expectations from you. I have given some task on the project as well. So now I want to see how many of you completed that task. What is the status on that?
Sir, yeah. So I have analyzed the things, what database should be and what the user module and like that means classes and methods. So
Okay,
that is
yeah,
the
I
one
will check that.
status.
Yeah, I will check it. Yeah.
Sir,
Okay.
I designed the database tables.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here, as we discussed already, the mini projects that we are going to develop, the main agenda to understand the requirement analysis part, database analysis part, and how to write the classes, how to write the methods, what are the parameters, return types that we need to take. And as I told you, first I will give the chance for you. First, I will give the chance for you to analyze the things, then I will explain the things for you. Okay. So in the last session, I have explained the requirement. Counselor is responsible to collect the student inquiries information, and a counselor will enter the data in the website. That is an open inquiry, new inquiry that we are getting to our website. Then after this, counselor can check the inquiries to follow up based on the course status. Counselor will update the inquiry status as enrolled or lost. Counselor can check the performance report in the dashboard, and we can see the total inquiries handled, open inquiries count, enrolled inquiries count, and lost inquiries count also. Then we discussed about the screens that are there in the website. What are the pages that we need to build in our application? One is registration page, another one is login page, third one is dashboard page, fourth one is add inquiry, fifth one view inquiries with filter, sixth one edit and update the inquiry. So like this, we are having multiple functionalities in our application. And assignment that I have given, analyze the requirement, and if you have any questions on the requirement. So understanding the requirement clearly is very important thing for the developers. So if you want to develop any project, the most important thing that you need to do is understanding the requirement first. Okay. So then after that, once you got the clarity on the requirement, then we need to go for data modeling part, database design. That means how many tables we need to create for this application, and in the table what are the columns we need to take. That part also we should know. And the next one, Java classes and methods, how many classes we need to develop, and in that class what are the methods we need to take, how many classes we need to develop, and what are the methods we need to take. Those things are important for us. Java classes and methods designing part is very important. All right, good. So before going to do this review, first, still anybody having any questions on the requirement, guys? Anybody still not able to understand the requirement, or anybody having any questions on the requirement? First, I want to know about that. Anybody having any queries on the requirement, or the requirement is clear for everyone?
Sir, what are the specific fields required for the student inquiries? So
In the
I
screen I have given, right? Already you have seen the screen. In that screen, what are the fields available? The same fields you need to take. So if you see, add inquiry page is available. I think basically we will take the student name, student mobile number, and how they want to attend the class. That means basically they want to go with the online course or classroom course, class mode, which course they want to join, and what is the status of that inquiry. By default, it is an open inquiry or a new inquiry, we can say. These are the fields that we are adding for the inquiry. Screen is there. These are the fields that we need to add.
yes,
Sir, I have completed, but want to check how the database is same as for you or not.
Sure, sir. I will check that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, anybody having any questions on the requirement part?
Sir,
No
on the
questions?
data modeling side, any good videos on that one, sir? I'm not very comfortable on the database side, sir. Like what
Sir,
tables, what
database
lines, what.
modeling good videos means we can't expect like that. The reason is for every project, database modeling will be different, right?
Right, sir. How
So
do
you
we?
can't go with the fixed video because the data modeling will be changing based on the project to project.
Right, sir. Just to get the general idea, sir. Any.
Okay, yeah, but currently I don't have anything.
Sir, yesterday I developed this front at all
Good
times,
morning, sir.
but I
Yeah,
just
hi.
want to ask whether this is
Yeah, go
this
ahead, sir.
like color with color, the font color, and exactly would be the same or little bit different might be okay.
Yeah, colors and all UI, that is not that much important, sir. You can
Okay,
use
fine.
anything.
Okay, thank you.
UI is not that
Yeah,
much
good morning,
important.
sir. Myself Gunjan.
Yeah, hi Gunjan. Hi, sir, tell
Sir,
me.
actually means I wanted to know what is the means main points I have to cover in the requirement analysis section.
So whether you are able to understand that or not. So whether you are getting the idea to develop this requirement or not. Do you have any questions on the pages? So those parts that you need to analyze. Requirement analysis is nothing but, so to develop the login page, do you have the clarity? So to develop the registration page and to develop this dashboard. Okay, so to develop all these
Yes.
functionalities, whether you are having the clarity or not. So if you read the requirement, then you should get the clarity what to do. That is called requirement analysis. If you have any questions, then you need to ask.
Okay, sir. Sir, for status, sir, I have to create separate table or what means for because in status we are having three or four like
Open
means
status,
lost and
open
enrolled.
status, enrolled status, lost status. For currently, for this status, for this course mode, these are three drop downs. We can take fixed values. No need to maintain a table. If you maintain a table, also no problem. That is fine.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Anybody? If no questions, then I will call out some names. Okay. So show me the analysis that you have done for this. All right. So the first one, Chandrasekhar, Gedalas Chandrasekhar, can you share your screen and show me what is the analysis that you have done, sir?
Yeah, okay, sir. I'm sharing this. Mm.
I'm giving the
Continue.
co-host.
Yeah.
You are the co-host now. You can share the screen and you can show me what is the work that you have done for this project. I want to see
So,
your analysis part, basically.
yeah, sir, just need to analysis only. I note down some points only in Notepad, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, first we need to, yeah, we are using this backend technology like Spring Security and Spring Database, Spring JPSC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, front end you also, yeah, already informed this, sir.
Yes.
Database SQL, sir. By
Mm-hmm.
using these dependencies, we have to create Spring projects, sir.
Yeah, I understand that. So where is your database table query? What are the columns you are going to take in the table?
Yeah, that is I am unable to get the answers there. I mean, I am unable to find that what are the tables requirement. I am not able to get, sir.
Okay, what about the classes? Or where is the class
Yeah,
names?
yeah. Class names we have to create two class names, sir. One is related to counselor and another one is an inquiry. Those are creating by using MVC architecture, sir. Counselor, I mean
Wait, wait,
controller.
wait, wait. Only with the two classes you will complete the project?
Huh, through two classes we can create a controller repository, a service and repository layer we can do
So only with two classes, one controller, one service, you will complete the project.
no, sir. every have two controllers, two classes.
So I
True.
want the names. I want to write down the names and I want to see the methods. That is called analysis, right? So what I'm expecting from you is, what is the table structure? You just mentioned that inquiry table and counselor table. What are the columns you want to take in those tables? That is the analysis. And you mentioned one controller, one service. It is very high level. I want to see the names. What is your controller class name? What is your service class name? What are
Yeah,
the methods you will take in the classes? That you have to analyze. Your analysis, you have done just 1%. Just you are mentioning two tables are required, two classes are required. This is not analysis.
oh,
You got my point. What is missing here?
yeah, sir.
What is missing?
Okay, sir. Yeah, next time I will do better analysis, sir. I never did this.
You need to write the query. What are the tables you need to create? What are the columns you are going to take in those tables? And what are the classes? And what are the methods in the classes that you have to analyze? Okay. So
Okay.
your analysis is not completed, sir. You have to do properly.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Just do that.
Good morning, Ashish sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Next one, Aftab
Sir,
Alam Khan. Mr. Aftab Alam Khan. Can you share
Yes,
your
sir.
screen?
Good morning.
Very good morning.
Actually, sir, I completed on rough page.
Sorry?
Actually, I work it on rough page.
You agreed on rough page. Yeah. Can you share your screen and write down what you have done on the paper?
Okay, sir, I will share.
Yeah. Share your screen and tell me what are the tables you are taking and what are the columns you are taking in the tables. Yeah. Open your notepad and tell me what are the tables that you have created for this project and what is your table structure.
Actually, sir,
So for every individual page, sir, I'll be having a different entity. Entity as in like a Pojo, basically a Pojo class for login, for registration, and for the dashboard, along with the inquiry. Inquiry and a separate entity will be there.
sir, this is our table name.
Okay, so you are going to take 5 tables.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me why 5 tables are required?
Actually, sir, our module have login detail will also in table, registration detail, and dashboard entity detail. Every detail should be in our database.
Okay, but do you really need 5 tables to store the data?
Actually, sir, every requirement have a data service. Login has multiple people can a counselor can be login to every counselor have its own detail. Every counselor has own login and password, and every counselor has separate registration.
Okay. Yeah, what are the Java classes you are going to take? Your table analysis is wrong. Okay, next. What are the Java classes you are going to take?
Sir, counselor classes, login classes.
Yeah, can you write down the names?
Okay, sir.
I asked you people to keep it ready in the notepad so that you can show me directly.
Okay, sir. Next time I will it ready, sir.
And you can write it now. What are the class
Okay,
names
sir.
you want to take? You just write down. So you have written the table names, right? So uh, I have seen that your database analysis skills are weak. Okay. And the next one, Akash Gupta. Mr. Akash Gupta, can you share your screen?
Sorry, sir. Actually, today I'm joining after 3 4 days
Okay.
due to some deployment activities were going on in office project. Just going on today's class. Yes, after logging tools, what are things going on?
Okay, fine. Mr. Bhargav, Chakilam Bhargav, can you share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Bhargav,
Yes, sir. Sharing.
yeah, please.
Sir,
Yeah, I can see your screen.
actually, I didn't know after
Your voice is very low, Bhargav.
1 minute, sir. Sir, please, my voice audible, sir.
You have done a great work, but your voice is very low.
Oh,
Guys, can anybody hear his voice?
No, sir, unable to hear.
No.
1 minute, sir. Yeah, sir, actually, I didn't paper, like I thought how it will be not possible to share my paper, so I did it online website, sir.
Very good, sir. Excellent, excellent.
Sir, actually, I started it from back, sir. I didn't how I thought it in the database. I thought about tables, sir. Be one counselor, and for him, many students will be assigned to him, sir. One to many mapping I did, sir. In the database. Then before that, to interact with the database, actually we require a JPA repositories, no, sir. So JPA repository extending, there are two classes, sir. One to access students, one to access counselors, sir.
Okay.
And these actually are used by service layer, sir. So service layer will be again in some one another private package, sir, in service packages.
Yes.
In that for service of counselor and service of students are created, sir.
Okay.
Those will have their implementation classes, sir.
Right.
In the service, actually, we want to know if student exists, sir, because sometimes we want to add we want to have edit page, then we want to know if the student is there or not. By his example, if we give details with respect to that, if we want, we will have, sir. Then if you want to save a student, we will have student, sir.
Correct.
Because based on the counselor, we want to save, na, sir.
Yes.
So we want to save a student based on the counselor ID. For that counselor, we want to assign. So we will have a method, sir. And then, if we want to know the student complete details, we have find student, sir. So this will be Boolean and this is optional. This will save some data well written. So then counselor, sir, what are the students we have? Because for dashboard, I have to display what are the students we have, sir. So for that, get students for counselor ID, sir. Then sometimes when we are logging, we need a counselor for log we want to know counselor ID. So sometimes based on the login details, we want to know we have to, if you want ID, if you have ID and if you want counselor details, so that we want to fetch the students, then find counselor by ID, sir. Then we want to know when logging, we want to know how if counselor is existing with the same details. Then I have created find counselor exists, because this is for login functionality. We can use it, sir.
Yes.
Then for every counselor, we want to know how, for dashboard, we have to show, sir, how many students were assigned, how many students were enrolled, how many students were lost. For that, I created 3 functions, sir.
Okay.
And then if every counselor will use their add button to add student, na, sir. Then add student to counselor method I created, sir.
Okay.
Because this method will reuse this. This is service, sir. And then we have counselor controller layer, sir. Controller, we have login controller. one get mapping we have to do get mapping login at the rate get mapping with login, then we will load the login page, sir. Then if you have register, then it will load register. If login is not successful, we will redirect it to register, sir. If register is also, if login is successful, you can also redirect it to dashboard, sir. So based because we want to store details now, so we have interceptor classes. So I just kept a web interceptor. Request interceptors we have as a concept that we will use to store the logged user. And like instead of directly going, if instead of user directly able to go to dashboard, they have to pass through the login page. If login page, if any user directly tries to access dashboard, it will redirect them to login page, sir.
Okay.
Then we have page controller, where if user is successfully logged in from the dashboard, they will have an add button. So it will be redirected to add. Then there will be the student add page should be created. And if they want to view all the students that I said, then they have get mapping for view. If they want to save a student, like edit or add student, then they have to make a post request to add. That will be in the form.
Yes.
This is controller, sir. And models, student and counselor, these are the two models, sir. Student will have ID, name. ID is a primary key here, sir. Counselor
Yes,
ID.
I understand.
This
Yeah,
we
go to the UI pages, already we know. Yeah, Bhargav, you have done a great job. So your database analysis is correct. And one thing that requires some changes in your service layer methods. Actually, those many methods are not required in the service layer. So we can optimize this service layer methods. These many methods are not required. We can optimize this one.
Okay.
Okay, so when I explain, your database analysis is correct and excellent presentation is there. So when somebody asks you to analyze the requirement, this is how you need to prepare. So this is a technical design document basically. Whatever that you have prepared, right? This is called as a technical design document. What are the tables we are going to take? What are the classes and what are the methods and what is the relation, right? It's a great job, excellent, I'm impressed. But some changes are required in your service layer methods. So when I am going to explain the service layer methods, you just compare what are the methods I'm taking and what are the methods you have taken and where is the gap is available. We can reduce the number of methods you have written in the service layer.
Yes.
Okay. So database side, it is good.
Yes.
Good job, Bhargav. You are a fresher or experienced?
I'm fresher only, sir.
You're a fresher. Okay. Good job, sir. Great. Guys, see here how Bhargav, when I ask you to do some analysis on the requirement, I'm expecting this kind of analysis from you people. So what are the tables you are going to take? What is the structure of the table? What are the columns you are going to take in the tables? And what are the classes? What are the interfaces? And what are the methods that you are going to take? So those things I'm expecting from you. A clear diagram like this, fine. But if you are not able to do this kind of diagram, if you just type in the notepad also, what is your table name and what is your table name, what are the columns you are going to take in the table, what are the classes you are going to take, what are the methods you are going to take. If you keep in the notepad, that is also fine. If you prepare a beautiful design like this, that is excellent. In the industry, people will expect this kind of technical design documents from you. Good job, Bhargav.
Yes, sir. I'm stopping sharing.
Yeah. So only some changes are required for the service layer methods. When I explain, you just compare with my methods.
Okay.
Yeah. Next one, Srivastava, Anubhav Srivastav. Can you please share your screen and show me what is the analysis that you have done? Anubhav Srivastava. Hello, Mr. Anubhav Srivastav, are you there? He is not responding. Yeah, Pallavi, can you show me the analysis that you have done? Pallavi.
Yes, sir. Yes. Hi, sir. Yeah.
Pallavi Kamble or normal Pallavi?
Yes, only Pallavi, sir.
Yeah, I am giving the co-host. Can you share your screen?
Sure, sir. Is it visible, sir?
It's loaded, yes.
Yes, sir. So basically, the analysis requires that I done is on a database design, what table we require. So user table is there where we have taking these attributes. And next one is the inquiry table. These are the attributes where we needed that. The whole thing like concept wise, if I go, there is a primary key in that user one and the inquiry one. We have to take a foreign key from that user one also for the user and inquiry people. Okay. Then next, there is a status history for a table also. For that, I just thinking about the history of that one by taking old one status, new one status, and change one date. Okay. That is the apart thing where I think like we have to take that one table also. Next one is the SQL queries where we have
Yeah,
to.
queries I'm good on. Table
Yes.
structure I have seen, that's fine. Yeah, show me the classes.
Yes, sir, sure. So the classes where I think about, I'm using this counselor class, and in that we use this type of, I can say fields, and the basic things where getters, setters, and all the implementation is the apart thing. Next one is the inquiry class, where I am having this much of the fields one, and next the status, as I said, also in that one also. Okay, and yeah, so for this one is the class one, and next one is the methods. What we have to take exactly. So this is the user management table. Sorry, method. We have to take in that register user to handle that registration and the login and the parameters where we are taking as a username and password. And next one, the inquiry management. Sorry, how we can. Okay, huh. Is it visible, sir?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes, sir. Yes. So the inquiry management, where we are taking this type of methods to add the inquiry to specific counselor to retrieve the inquiry to get that one. I'm using this method name as a get inquiry by counselor. Next one is to update the status, and next the retrieving performance of data from the dashboard. These are like the methods and all my analysis from my side, sir.
Yeah,
I haven't.
good.
Yeah. Okay.
Good, Pallavi. So that's fine. Tables. Actually, you are taking three tables. Three
Yes,
tables
sir.
are not required
Okay,
to
sir.
do this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With the two tables, you can do this. So third table is not required.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next one. Coming to the methods. Come down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For user management, registration and login, that is fine. For inquiry management, add inquiry, get the inquiries by counselor, update the inquiry status, get inquiry performance. Okay, there is another screen, filter inquiries. So there is no method available which is supporting for filter the inquiries in the screen. You can filter the inquiries based on the course, based on the status, based on the training mode also. For that, there is no method available here. Yeah, one method is missing. So in the service layer, you need to add few more methods. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, the remaining part is good.
Okay,
Excellent.
sir.
How much time it took for you to analyze?
I think, sir, I took 1 day for that because today I'm having one interview, and that's I just skip the whole visualization thing like previous one person did like that. I wanted to do that type of documentation, but I haven't get a time.
Okay.
But I give my
Sure.
best for that.
Yeah, good. Fine, guys. Now, so people are able to do some work. Now, let me tell you my database analysis part for this implementation. Okay. So if I am going to develop this requirement, so what is the analysis I'm going to do? You just compare your analysis with my analysis, guys. So if any gaps are there, then you can ask me. If you have any questions, then I will answer you. So first one, coming to database design. In order to develop this requirement, guys, we need two tables, guys. We need to create two tables. We need to take below two tables. With the two tables, we can complete this requirement. First one table is counselors table, where our counselors data will be available, and the second table, that is inquiries table. That's it.
Yes.
So for this application, we are going to take two tables. So why I am going to take two tables is, so here counselor login functionality available, counselor registration functionality is available. When counselor registered, when the new counselor is registered in our application, that data will be stored into counselors table. And for login also, from the same table we will verify when the counselor clicked on register with name, email ID, password, phone number, their data will be stored into counselor table. And when counselor login, we will verify their email ID and password is matching or not in the same counselor table. So for one person told that for login page one table, for registration page one table, for a dashboard page one table, no, it's not required. For login and registration, only one table. When you register, your data will be stored into one table called counselor table. When you log in, we will verify your data matching with the table data or not. Coming to the counselors table is available, and the next one, inquiries table is available. Table name can be anything, that's not important. In the counselors table, what are the columns we are going to take? The columns, counselor ID we are going to take, and counselor name we are going to take, counselor email ID. Okay, basically instead of writing the complete name, so we are going to take ID, that is counselor ID. Basically I can give the name like this: counselor ID, name, email, password, phone number, created date, updated date. Right? So these are the columns we are going to take in the counselor table. When the counselor is registered, the registration form is available. They will enter their name, their email ID, their password, their phone number, and they will click on register. Then that data will be inserted into counselor table. Counselor ID will be a primary key that we are going to take a auto encrypt.
right law.
Yeah.
అందులోనే
So
కింద
counselor
ఉంటుంది
ID,
చూడండి రైట్ లో అందులో కాదురా డోర్ దిగు కదా.
counselor ID, we are going to take it as a primary key, and email that should be unique in the table. Every counselor should have the unique email ID. They should not create the account with the duplicate mail ID. So this is one table I am going to take, counselor table. In the counselor table, counselor ID will be available, counselor name will be available, counselor email ID. So that email ID should be unique, password will be available, phone number will be available, created date and updated date will be available. This is about counselor table structure. Right. Next one, inquiries table. So when the counselor is logged in, they can add the inquiry and they can view the inquiry and they can see the dashboard. For a dashboard, for adding the inquiry, for display the inquiries, only inquiries table is available. Only one table, that is inquiries table. So when counselor logged in, first dashboard is coming. From where the dashboard will come? The dashboard will come from the inquiries table only. The dashboard data is based on the inquiries only, right? So for dashboard, separate table is not required. So we are going to take one table called inquiries table. In the inquiries table, inquiry ID will be available. And student name will be available, and which course they want to join, and mode they want to go with online or offline, and student name and phone number will be available. This is student phone number basically. So what is the inquiry ID, student name, student phone number, course that they are looking for, and mode of training they are looking for. So when you go to add inquiry page, so we are adding the name of the student, phone number of the student, class mode, they want to go with online course or offline course, and which course they want to join, and what is the status of the inquiry, course name, which course they want to join, and class mode, whether online or offline they are looking for, and inquiry status, whether it is a new inquiry or whether it is a enrolled inquiry or whether it is a last inquiry. Okay, by default status will go as open inquiry. Name, phone number, mode, course, status. Okay, and along with this one, when this inquiry got created, that is created date, and when this inquiry got updated, for that we need to take updated data. And most important thing, when we are storing this data in the inquiry table, we should understand which counselor is adding this inquiry in the table. So there should be some relation between inquiry table and the counselor table. So here I am going to take counselor ID. It is a foreign key here. Inquiry ID, which is a primary key here, and counselor ID, which is a foreign key here. So if you do the database design like this, then your database analysis skills are good. So if you don't take the counselor ID in the inquiries table, you are doing the blunder mistake in the database analysis. Why? Because when the counselor logged in, we need to display the inquiries which are added by that particular counselor. In one company or in one institute, multiple counselors will be available. So counselor 1 can add the inquiry, counselor 2 can add the inquiry, counselor 3 also can add the inquiry. Which counselor is adding that particular inquiry of the student, that we need to maintain in the table. For that, we are using counselor ID as a foreign key in the inquiries table. So this is the correct database analysis for this requirement. So we need below two tables. One is a counselor table. So when the counselor is registered in the application, so counselor account will be created in the counselor table. When counselor want to log in, they will enter email ID and password. We will verify that counselor email ID and password matching with this counselor table or not. If the data is matching with this table data, then login success, otherwise login is failed. Then next one, when counselor login successfully, we are going to display the data in the dashboard. So dashboard data depends on the person who logged in. So this data will come from this table only based on the counselor ID. So counselor ID is very important in the inquiries table. If you don't add this counselor ID column in this table, then you are doing a blunder mistake. This application cannot be completed without taking counselor ID column as a foreign key in the inquiry table. Then this dashboard data will come from inquiries table only. Select start from table where counselor ID is equal to logged in person counselor ID. And the next one, after this one, going to add inquiry. When they click on add inquiry, this data will be stored into inquiries table based on the logged in counselor. And when they go for view inquiries, again we will get the inquiries based on inquiries table only. And whenever they click on some filter, class mode, course, status, search, then also the data will come from inquiries table only. Now you check it. Your database analysis is correct or not. 3 tables are not required, 5 tables are not required. So one person has shown that he has taken 5 tables, and Pallavi has taken 3 tables. Bhargav has taken 2 tables. That is nice. And these are the tables that we need to develop this application. This is the database analysis. Now you check it. Your analysis is correct or not. How many of you done wrong? Can you message in the chat box? My analysis is wrong. How many of you done mistakes in the database analysis? Now you have done some analysis. Now you are able to see my analysis. Now you compare. Your analysis is correct or wrong. If it is wrong, just type a message. My analysis is wrong. Come on, let us see. How many people has done the wrong analysis? Student table is not required. Student inquiries only we are storing in the inquiries table. Here only student name, phone number, course name we are storing. So in the inquiries table only student inquiries will be stored. Course table and all, if you take courses separately, that is fine, but here it is not required. I'm taking the static data for that. Come on guys, quickly respond. Come on. How many of you done the wrong analysis? Type in the chat box. I'm expecting everybody response in the chat box, guys. This is the first step to learn. If you have done something wrong, there is no problem. I'm here to guide you. I will improve your analysis skill. You no need to feel bad about it. you are going to learn. This is our first mini project. This is our first mini project. Only 2 tables. Counselor's table, enquiries table, that's it. No need of student table, no need of course table, nothing. Enquiry count we will fetch from the same table only. We no need to take a separate table for that. These 2 tables are sufficient to develop this requirement. Come on, guys. Respond quickly. Respond quickly. Yeah. Counselor table updated date currently not available, so that's fine. You can leave that part. Updated date. Dates wise, created date, updated date. Currently we are not updating the counselor data. That is fine. In future, if we add forgot password, then they can update the record, right? Then updated date column will come into picture. Login flag Sadanam not required. If their email ID password is correct, then they will log in. That's it. Okay, so you identify what is the mistake that you have done from the database analysis side. You understand why I am taking counselor ID as a foreign key in the inquiries table. You understand why I am taking counselor ID as a foreign key in the table. Based on the counselor ID only, we will maintain which inquiry is added by which counselor, because multiple counselors will be available. Which counselor is adding which inquiry? To track that information, we are adding counselor ID in the inquiries table. Okay, fine. So this is the table structure that we need to follow in order to develop this requirement. If anybody has done the mistake, then please correct it. Please correct it. You need to change your table structure like this in order to develop this requirement. Okay, and guys remember, if I directly explain this design day before yesterday when I have given the requirement, if I directly explain this database design, will you understand what is the mistake you are doing? Will you realize your database analysis skills are good or bad? If I directly explain this database analysis when I have given the mini project requirement, directly if I tell you what are the tables we need to create, will you realize? No. If I directly explain the database analysis, you will feel, yeah, it is very easy. You will feel very easy. If I explain the database analysis directly, then you will feel it is very easy. But if you do this, then you will realize what is your analysis and what is my analysis. So because I have some experience, I have 10 plus years, 11 years experience in the industry as a Java developer. So I can analyze any kind of requirement. I can develop any kind of project. That is not important here. You joined to learn the project development. So you need to do more work than me. And first I want to see your analysis. First I want to see your coding. First I want to see your development. Based on that, I will do it. Then when I am doing, you compare. Hare, Ashok sir is thinking like this, but I am thinking like this. My analysis is not matching with Ashok sir analysis. So where I am doing mistake, you need to realize. So just first point, database analysis. So some people has done the correct analysis. Some people are not able to do the correct analysis. It depends on experience, guys. It depends on experience. Some people may think like this, sir, you are able to do the database analysis properly. I am not able to do the analysis what I need to do. So I am doing this analysis. It is not one day effort. I worked in the industry for 11 years. You remember that. So behind this analysis, 11 years experience is there, guys. It's not one day effort. It's not 1 month effort. It's not 1 year effort. 11 years I worked in the industry. Now you think how many requirements I have analyzed in the industry, how many requirements I have developed, how many projects I have handled in the company in my 11 years of experience. Right? We can't even imagine that. That experience is there. That experience is talking with you now. Ashok sir is not talking with you. Ashok sir experience is talking with you. So whatever the analysis I'm doing it because of my experience, what I have learned in the industry. If you are, so you don't need to feel bad if you are not able to do it correctly because you are fresher. Some people are freshers. You are learning. This is your first step. Slowly you will improve, but it will take some time and you need to keep your effort. So if you are doing the wrong analysis, I'm not saying that you are bad or you are waste. You are in the starting stage of your development journey. You have to learn that. It will take time. So I am doing the analysis means I worked on several projects. I worked for several companies, several different domains. I worked on the e-commerce. I worked on the banking. I worked on the healthcare. I worked on the telecom industry. I worked on the educational sector projects. So different projects I have handled, different requirements I have handled. So that's why I will give the correct analysis. You just compare. And if any mistakes you have done, you just correct them. Are you able to follow me? But remember, if you directly see my analysis, then you will not realize what is your skill set and what is your capability as a developer. First, you need to do the things and come to the class. Then when I explain, you compare your work with my work. Then you will know what are the mistakes you are doing. And some people in this 100 people, some people definitely 20 to 30 people will not do the analysis directly. They will come to the class. Sir will explain. If you listen to my analysis, you will feel everything is easy. But when you do it on your own, then you will realize what is your skill set. Able to follow me? Yeah, good. This is my database design. Next one, Java components, guys. What are the Java components we need to take for this class? What are the Java components we need to take? First one, as we have two tables, for every table one entity is required. I'm taking one entity which is called counselor.java. Another entity I'm taking which is enquiry.java. These are the two entity classes, and for these two entity classes I am going to take two repositories also. One is counselor repository.java and another one is enquiry repository.java. Okay, one is counselor.java, another one is enquiry.java, third one is counselor repository.java, and next one is enquiry.java is available. Okay, are you clear with my point? Right. So here we are taking enquiry repository.java and counselor repository.java. So guys, remember here in this project, I am using entities and binding classes as the same. I'm not taking separate classes for the binding. I'm not taking separate classes for the entities. I'm taking one class which is used as entity as well as binding also. Counselor.java, enquiry.java. So this is basically, we can call it as a model or entity, anything. Or some people will call it as a DTO. Some people will call it as a POJO, anything. I'm using one class for multiple operations here. I can use it as a model. I can use it as an entity. I can use it as a DTO. I can use it as POJO, or I can use it as form binding also. Form binding object. Multiple reasons. Okay, in this project I'm taking one class that I'm using for multiple purposes. Counselor.java and enquiry.java. Counselor repository is available, enquiry repository is available. Next one, let us look at the requirement for login page. Okay, login page data, that is nothing but counselor data only. Counselor.java object will represent login page data. Registration page data also will be represented by counselor.java only. Dashboard. For the dashboard data, I'm going to take a separate class, guys. I'm going to take a separate class here. So that class is dashboard response. That's it. Dashboard response data. This dashboard response data will represent the response we need to display in the dashboard. Total inquiries we need and open inquiries that we have for total inquiries of that logged in counselor, open inquiries of that counselor, enrolled inquiries of the counselor, lost inquiries of the counselor that I'm going to take by using one class that is called dashboard response.java. Dashboard response.java is used to represent the response we need to display in the dashboard. Okay, login page data, registration page data. For this login page is a counselor login only, right? So we are having counselor.java already. Registration page data, again counselor object only. Login page data will be binded to counselor object. Registration page data also binded to counselor object, and the dashboard page is available. For representing the dashboard data, I'm taking a separate object which is dashboard response. Dashboard response.java class I'm taking, which will represent dashboard data. And adding the inquiry. For this, we are having inquiry.java class to represent this inquiry form data. Display the inquiries. To retrieve the inquiries also, again, you can go with the inquiry.java class to represent the list of inquiries we are getting. Based on the mode, based on the course, based on the status, we can get this data. So now view inquiries, we can do the filter. So to filter the data, I'm going to take one more class that is called view inquiry filter.java. View inquiry filter.java. Some class which is used to represent the data they are selecting in the filter. They can select mode of the class, online or offline inquiries they want to filter. Course name they can select and they can filter. Status they can select and they can filter. So to represent these filter conditions, so which filters they are selecting to filter the data, for that I'm taking one view inquiry filter.java. View inquiry filter.java will represent the filter conditions. To search the data, filter conditions. Search results, list of inquiries we are going to get as search results. List of inquiries we are going to get as search results. View inquiry filter request.java, I can take it. Okay. View inquiry filter request.java, dashboard response.java. Counselor.java, I'm using this as entity and DTO, which is used for entity table mapping as well as to transfer the data I'm using. Inquiry.java also, I'm using this as an entity as well as I'm using this as a DTO. Counselor repository.java, this is basically an interface which will extend from the JPA repository. Dashboard response.java is available. View inquiry filter request.java is available. So you know, for every table, one entity will be available, one repository will be available to map with the database table. Dashboard response, which is used to represent the response to display in the dashboard. When counselor logged in, that counselor based on the logged in counselor, we will fetch the inquiry numbers and we will display them in the dashboard page. To represent the data in the dashboard response.java class I'm taking. And the next one, add inquiry, that is a form submission simply, and view inquiries. So here we can get all the inquiries and we can display and we can retrieve the inquiries based on the filter conditions. What are the filter conditions they are selecting? We can represent the filter conditions by using filter request. They can select class mode, they can select course name, they can select inquiry status, and they can do the filter. Okay, so to represent the filter conditions, filter request.java I'm taking. And the next one, so we need to take counselor service.java, and for this there will be a implementation. So one interface will be available, and for that IMPL will be available. Counselor service IMPL.java. And the next one, we need inquiry service.java, which is also a interface, and for that implementation will be available. This is inquiry service IMPL.java. So one interface we are taking, and for that interface we are providing implementation. Okay. So here these are two entity classes, two repositories available. Dashboard response.java, filter request.java is available. Counselor service.java, service impl.java. Inquiry service.java, inquiry service impl.java. Then next one, another class I'm going to take here. One is counselor controller.java and inquiries controller.java. Inquiry controller.java. That's it. These are the controller classes we are going to take. So these are the Java classes we need to take to develop this application. And view pages, login page, registration page, dashboard page, view inquiry, add inquiry. So 5 view pages are required. I think view page names already I have given in the previous class only. What are the view pages we need to develop? These are the pages. 5 view pages we need to develop. Registration.html, login.html, dashboard.html, inquiry.html, view inquiry.html. 5 view pages are required. Okay, view pages. These are nothing but UI pages that we need to develop. So the view page, the first one, I'm going to take this as index.html, which is used for login functionality. And the next one, register.html will be available. And the next one, dashboard.html will be available. And fourth one, we are going to take add inquiry.html. And fifth one, view inquiries.html. That's it. These are the 5 view pages we need to develop this application. These are the 12 Java classes we need to take. Main important thing, what are the Java classes? So 2 tables we are taking. So for every table, 1 entity, 1 repository. So total 2 entity classes are required, 2 repository interfaces are required. And these 2 classes extra I am taking based on the requirement. To represent the data in the dashboard page, I'm taking one method, one class called dashboard response.java. And to get the filter data, what filter conditions counselor is selecting, to represent filter data, I'm taking one filter request.java. The next one for business logic, for counselor operations, counselor service IMPL. For inquiry business logic, inquiry service IMPL I'm taking. And to handle the request, counselor controller and inquiry controller. These are the 12 Java classes I'm going to take in this project. So before starting the coding, you need to prepare the plan like this. Now you check it. Your classes analysis matching with my analysis or not. Currently, I'm taking binding classes, entity classes, DTOC, data transfer object. So to UI, from UI, we need to get the data to the backend, and from the backend, we need to send the data to the UI. That's why we are taking the classes here. Yeah, come on guys, check it now. How many of you done the mistakes in the classes analysis? If you don't do the analysis, then you will not learn anything. If you directly listen to my classes, no use. First, you need to do some homework before coming to the class. You need to do some homework before coming to the class, then only you will realize. Your coding skills are good or bad, you will realize once you do your analysis comparison with my analysis. Come on, check it. Yeah, how many people has done the mistake? Type in the chat box. My Java analysis is wrong. Come on, quickly. All of you please respond so that I will know How many people are doing wrong? How many people are doing correct? I should know that, right? Based on that, I will teach. Your analysis is correct or your analysis is wrong. Please type in the chat box.
Please send message to host, not to me, please.
All of you, quickly. Based on that, I will know what to teach you. So guys, now tell me, coding is difficult or analysis is difficult? Coding is difficult or analysis is difficult? Am I talking anything about coding today? For the students, this is the biggest problem. People will feel that coding is difficult. Coding is not difficult. Analysis is the difficult part. Getting that idea, what are the tables we need to take? What are the columns we need to take? What are the classes we need to take? What are the methods we need to take? That is difficult part. If you can do the analysis correctly, coding you can do very easily. The biggest challenging part is analysis, and my analysis is not completed. I have just given the class names. Now we need to think about the methods. What are the methods we need to write? What are the parameters we need to write for the methods? What are the return types we need to write for the methods? That is a different story. Again, just I have given the names of the classes. Then we need to think about methods. What are the methods we need to take in the service layer? What should be the parameter of the method? What should be the return type of the method? What should be the parameter? What should be the return type? Okay, so those things we need to do. So from now onwards, before going to start any project development, first you read the requirement document which you are getting like this. You will get the requirements documents like this. Once you get the requirement document, then you need to analyze the database first. First you understand the requirement. You read that, any questions you need to ask. Then you need to prepare the table structure like this, columns, relationships, then components analysis that you need to do. What are the Java classes you need to take and what is the purpose of that class you are taking? Then next one, what are the view pages we are taking? Now we need to write the methods. Okay, so in the counselor service, what are the methods are required? In the inquiry service, what are the methods are required that you have to identify? Okay, today what I want you to do is create a project and create the entity classes. I want you to create the entity classes, repository interfaces, and the services. So at least try to implement up to these services. Controllers, you leave it. Okay, I want you to create the entity classes, repository interfaces, response class, request class, counselor service with IMPL, inquiry service with IMPL. Try to do this before coming to tomorrow's session. This is again a chance for you to do the coding on your own. What are the methods? What is the logic that you need to implement? In the tomorrow session, I will start implementing the logic for this one. If you directly see my implementation, you will not learn anything. So first you need to give it a try. If you are able to implement, excellent. If you are not able to implement, then in the class you will understand where you are getting stuck, what is the mistake you are doing, how I am doing the coding. You can compare your code with my code, then you will understand the subject. You got my point? All of you, okay for this assignment? Today I have given my analysis. Now you compare. Some people analysis is correct, some people analysis is wrong. Whoever has done the wrong analysis, please read this document once again. What are the tables I'm taking and what are the classes I'm taking? Once this is completed, then the today work that you need to do, create the project with all the required dependencies. Tomorrow I will explain that. But before coming, you give a try. Create Spring Boot project with the required dependencies. You need to identify what are the dependencies required for this project. Then create entities plus repositories plus request plus response plus services plus service IMPL classes. Okay, I have given the class names. Next one, implement service layer methods. That's it. That is the task for you. So it will take 2 to 3 hours of time to complete this task. It's not that much easy for you. So if you are a fresher, it will take some time, but you need to sit and you need to do that. Okay, create the entity classes, repositories, request class, response. That means I have given here dashboard response, filter request. These are the 2 classes I'm talking about. Okay, and implement create services, service IMPL classes, and implement service layer methods. So in the tomorrow session, I'm going to do this for you. So before coming to the class, I want you people to give a try for that. So will you agree for the assignment? Can you guys do this? Can you guys do this assignment before coming to the class?
I will try, sir. Yes.
Yeah, please give it a try. Give it a try. What are the parameters, return types you need to analyze? Tomorrow you can see what I am doing. Okay, very good. Fine, guys. So today some people realized that their analysis skills are very weak. So you need to improve that analysis skill. So if you want to become a good developer, if you want to survive in the job as a developer, the very first thing that you need to improve is analysis skill, not coding. Coding is different. Coding you can do easily. If you can do this analysis, then coding you can do very easily. Okay, sir, how to improve analysis skills? It comes based on the practice only. Analysis skills you can't learn from someone. Analysis skills you can't learn from someone. Analysis skill that you need to improve on your own by doing multiple requirements. If you do multiple requirements like this, then definitely your analysis skills are going to improve. Okay, so I am having good analysis skills. That doesn't mean that in one day I have learned this. I told you it took 11 years for me to get this analysis skills. Okay, so within 1 month or within 10 days you can't learn the analysis skill. You can't improve. It's a regular practice. It's day-to-day activity that you need to do. Okay, perfect. Anybody having any questions? I will share this document. So before coming to tomorrow session, I want you people to do this one, and tomorrow also I will call the names and I want you to show me whatever the coding that you have done for the project. I'm very serious about these assignments, guys. If you complete the assignments properly, then only classes will happen properly. Okay, good. So I'm going to upload this document. Anybody having any questions, you can ask me.
Sir,
Yeah, hi.
sir, actually, for example, in
Your voice is breaking, sir. Speak loudly.
Sir, now okay, sir.
Yeah, hi. I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, sir. Sir, actually, in institute, counselor will take the inquiries from the student.
Yes,
sir. But in add the inquiries, I understand registration and login, all those things. But dashboard, I'm getting some doubts, sir.
Sir, dashboard means once person is logged in, based on the person logged in counselor ID, we will get the data from the inquiry table and we will display that in the dashboard page. Okay.
So, whatever student will encourage the courses, and that courses will be added, sir, added by counselor.
No, sir. Here, counselor will add the inquiry data that will be saved in the database based on the counselor ID.
Yes.
When counselor logged in, so you know which person is logged in into your application. Based on their ID,
yes,
we will get the data from the inquiry table and we will display the data in the dashboard. You got my point?
Sir, if I prepare these classes and say SQL auto update, then the tables and the referential
Will be
entity,
created automatically. Yes.
it will be created automatically, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Sir, while implementing the service methods, we have to implement all the requirements, or we have to implement specific methods.
So for our requirement, for our project, whatever is required, that you have to implement.
Okay.
Sir, where we can refer more this analysis skills, sir? Anywhere we can refer more projects, sir, like online, where
Sir,
we
you
can
can
see.
use any project and you can take and you can start doing analysis. So here, this is first mini project. Then we will go with
Right.
second mini project. Then our major project will be there. So by definitely with these three projects, definitely you will learn something different.
So if we want to know more, will there be any online resources? Like if I want to refer like 10, 20 different projects, right, like that.
And you need to
Any?
find in the internet, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So
Sir,
you can refer
each
Gmail
call,
and you can do the analysis. You can take Facebook and you can do the analysis.
So
sir,
can I
each
share the things?
so
Right.
each
Hi
time the
guys.
student call, it's going to be new entry, right, sir?
Yeah. So each time
So
when the
how
student calls, it's going to be new entry in the table.
So how do you identify the students if the student's going to call again and then tell them like, hey, I
Here,
want to
sir,
enroll?
that one functionality missing. If you want to identify a particular student, you can give one search option. Based on the student mobile number or email ID, we can search the data. That search functionality I have not given.
On the entity table, sir, do we need to make any entity column as a unique key for the
For the
students,
inquiry,
or
you can make the student phone number as unique, or for currently I'm not maintaining that, we can add multiple inquiries, because one student can inquiry for multiple courses. Today I inquire for DevOps, tomorrow I will inquire for Spring Boot. Okay, so currently I'm adding for every inquiry one new record I'm adding now.
based on that we are counting the number of students inquired, right? Okay.
Ashok sir, like Ashok sir, yes. Like how we are going to validate who has logged in? Like
You no need to validate that, sir. Which person is logged in, their ID will be available. Based on the ID, you will fetch the dashboard data. That's it.
okay.
So in order to implement the dashboard, the filter criteria, will be you exploring the JPA repository,
Yes.
because it provides a lot of filter, like query by example.
Correct.
Sir,
All right, sir.
sir, I have one doubt, sir. On dashboard, total inquiries, open inquiries, those would be decided based on the status of the inquiries.
Correct, sir. Based on the inquiry status, we are going to decide that. What is the new inquiry and what is the open inquiry available, we can decide that.
Okay.
Sir, by communicating in two tables, we are using the one-to-many relationship, right?
Yes, you can use one-to-many relationship.
Yes, thank you.
Sir, why we are using the dashboard response and the inquiry report, sir? What is the need, sir? Because we don't intuitively think about those two, sir.
So dashboard response, to display these four numbers I have displayed, we will send in the form of an object.
Okay, so if we don't create, can we still send them, sir? We can.
Without also we can send them, but it's recommended to take them as a class.
Oh, for any screen, if you want to display, it's better to keep in one class, sir.
Yes, correct.
Inquiry repo is which one, sir? Inquiry repo?
So this is a table operation. So inquiry table is available now. For performing operations on that, we are going to do this.
Oh, the inquiry repo. Okay.
Can you talk about a little bit on interface, like which one supposed to fall under interface?
So two interfaces, two functionalities available. So I'm taking two interfaces. For every interface, I'm taking one implementation.
Right. Can you talk about interface?
In order to achieve loose coupling, right? So that
yes,
is the
correct.
intent behind that.
Sir, what is controller actually? I'm not aware about that.
Sorry?
Controller.
Two controllers, sir.
No, what is controller? Basically, I'm attending the Spring Boot batch right now. So
what is controller? Today you will understand that, sir, in the Spring Boot class.
Okay.
Same thing like for
interface. Request and response class.
We need to
Sir, what needs to be done in that request and response class?
You need to take the variables to represent the data.
Okay.
Sir, in real time, who generates counselor ID, sir?
It is a primary key.
Yes, sir.
Auto generation.
We'll be using the generator strategies for this.
Yeah, generation strategies will be available.
Mhm.
Sir, is it must to use one-to-many mapping?
Yes, sir.
Many-to-many
One
mapping?
counselor can have multiple inquiries, sir. So one-to-many relationship we can establish here.
No, sir, but we are adding the counselor ID into the
Yes, sir.
inquiry page on all those ones,
Huh.
sir. But is it required to use the at the rate many-to-many mapping annotations and all those?
If you know the relationships, then you can add them. If you don't know, directly you can insert it. If
Yeah,
you
we
know
can
the
insert
relationships in the
directly.
JPA, then you can add one-to-many relationship for that.
I just
I
want
searched
to
for
ask.
this
I
concept, sir,
think
but
it
it's
is
not
a
understandable.
monolithic architecture.
Sorry?
Sir, I just want to ask. In that controller class, should I give a request mapping or a global path or as a get mapping to
Sir, coding part, how you will do it, that it's up to you. So when I
Okay.
explain the coding part, then you compare your analysis
Okay.
is matching with this or not. Because
Okay.
so without taking these two classes also we can implement it. But this is the best practice I'm taking. And how do you do the request mapping and all that stuff? So once we go for the controller classes, we will discuss about it. For today, forget about the controller. You work on up to this service layer methods only. So then once I go for controller, then you will understand the logic.
Sir, it is implemented by monolithic architecture, right?
Yes, sir. It is a monolithic application.
So that we are giving foreign key our inquiry table. So because of that foreign key, we are able to filter that which I mean who is the who is data of that what is called console. Who is that? That which one have which data kind of that?
Foreign key relationship, sir.
I mean counselor. Which counselor have which inquiry
Inquiries.
because
Based
of
on the
parent
counselor
key?
ID, we can identify this.
Oh.
In the inquiry table, counselor ID will be stored. Based on that, we can identify that data.
Sir, for this
sir,
analysis, do we need to create two separate diagrams, sir? One for the Java, one for the database. Like creately, one person was showing, right, sir? Any like open source softwares like
There
that,
are
sir,
n
to
number
generate
of
this?
tools are available, sir. There are n number of tools available to create the diagrams like this.
Which one are the free, sir? Free and good ones, sir?
UML diagram tools, Star UML will be available, and Microsoft Visio will be available.
Visio is paid, sir, right, sir?
Trial
Any
version
free
you
ones?
can use for that, sir. Trial version you can use.
Yeah, trial, they don't have all the features, sir. Yeah, I
Then
always
you can
have
Star UML you can use free.
Star UML. Okay, sir. Okay. So is it a good idea to draw a separate diagram, sir, for one for Java and one other
You
for
can
the
do
data
it, sir.
model?
It's better. You can maintain DB design, DB design and Java designs. You can maintain separately, no issue.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir, I mean, I have seen there we have to show, view page, login. So first we have to create interface or something or something.
First create the interface, then provide the implementation.
Okay. So why the interface? We can create also abstract class also, sir.
Abstract class means if you no interface is better, sir, instead of abstract classes.
For analyzing the methods, sir, which is good for the
interface you can create.
Sir, for repo interface, there is no implementation, right, sir?
No. Implementation will be taken care by JPA.
JPA. Okay, sir.
Okay. Cool, guys. Thank you. So with this, I'm stopping now. We'll meet again tomorrow. And we'll do the coding part in the tomorrow session. Before coming to tomorrow, please do the assignment which I have given. Notes is updated, guys. Thank you.
Sir, SBMS class we have at 9:30 today,
Yes,
right?
sir. We do have class.
Okay, sir. All right. Thank you.